I want to follow up on this from yesterday that we talked about. And this, I think this is Chris Olcorn's article. Didn't take long. Parks Canada revoked MAGA musicians concert at Parks Canada. Oh, we've got it from the CBC, but I would prefer if we got it from Chris. Musician Sean Fucht preaches during the final stop of Kingdom to the Capitol prayer rally in Wesley Bowen Memorial Plaza outside the Arizona State Capitol in Phoenix. That shows the picture. Parks Canada has said a U.S. singer and rising star in the MAGA movement will not perform at a National Historic Site near Halifax after the federal agency revoked the organizer's permit. But the show is slated to go on at a new venue. I want to be there. I've never heard his music before. Just as a Catholic, there's something so... I don't know. I don't care for Christian rock music. I like when you are inadvertently evangelized by country music singers. High Valley, I'm looking right at you. I know what you're doing. I like it.
Yeah.
But I don't like that genre of music, but I appreciate it. And I'm glad that this is going to go ahead in a new venue. What I hate is the political litmus test before you can use in our national parks. But this is no different than what the National Capital Commission did to the Freedom Convoy, isn't it? You couldn't be in the nation's capital because your politics were wrong.
This is exactly it. What Parks Canada have said to Sean Fuchs is you can't perform on our property because of safety concerns, because they use safety as the cudgel.
Okay, deal with the people threatening Sean Fuchs. You just blamed the victim.
This is exactly it. And Chris Olcorn in his piece in the Western Standard, everybody should go look at it after we're off the air here, rightly points out that this Parks Canada location that Sean Fuchs was supposed to be able to perform at was the location of the Pride Parade not 2 weeks ago. And yet there was no concern about safety then, was there? So here we have this is what we want to say to Sean Fuchs. Okay, this is what we want to say. We dearly hope that in your rider, okay, in your contract, when you're developing your contract, that you have an out clause that will pay you upwards of $10,000 or more if the venue cancels on you for any reason. You know, Sean Fuchs, that you are being targeted by these vapid left-wing activists in the government, and you need to protect yourself. We know that this strategy works. Okay, write it into the fine print of your contract. They will sign it, and if your venue backs out, you get $10,000 from them. Okay, Sean Fuchs, this is our advice to you.
You know who did the exact same thing to us? Oh, you know, because the local Liberal MP put pressure on Parks Canada. By the way, you don't cancel for Sean Fuchs' safety if that's who the safety is that we're concerned about, because he's the guy getting the threats.
That's right.
You protect him and his right to perform. But I think they're saying the threats are the fact that someone would have an ideological difference and venue and yet be in your town. And so to expose you or to prevent exposure to grief, which is akin to terrorism, as we heard earlier, they must cancel Sean Fuchs.
Just wild.
But this is exactly what Yara Sachs did to Rebel News. She tried to get our event that we co-hosted with Rumble.
Oh, in Toronto,
Donald Trump Jr. canceled, and then she had the venue basically shake us down for security costs.
For safety. Because there was a safety concern.
Yeah. So now we're suing Yara Sachs and others to conspire to violate our free speech because the venue was on leased property from the federal government, which manages decommissioned federal military bases. And so now we're suing them. And they just did the exact same thing to this guy. I hope he sues Parks Canada and the local Liberal MP for conspiring to violate his right to free speech. I hope they do it.
Oh, Sean, this is an excellent idea. And the craziest thing is, our dear Christian music friend, Sean Fuchs, is that they just gave you all of the evidence you need to do exactly that. You can just go over to the CBC's website and see all of those people in quotes violating your rights. Like,
Yeah.
this is a brilliant idea. I love this for him. I
Yeah.
love this for him. And it goes without saying that if we were in the Halifax area, we would be, or he's way north of Halifax, is he not? He's performing this weekend. We would be there. Okay. If we were on the same side of the country, we would be there supporting him tonight. So we're
Look at
just
this.
recommending.
He was also scheduled to play in Charlottetown, but the city of Charlottetown revoked his permit. They're treating him like he's in the KKK.
They're treating him like he's well, a Christian. This is
Yeah,
Christian
that's what he
persecution
said.
right here.
He said they're not so tolerant when peaceful Christians come together.
No, they're very much not, are they? Are they? And here's a guy that preaches and uh love and inclusivity, and
Yeah.
yet this is the treatment that he gets. Something is happening on the East Coast. If I was a person that voted in elections, I would kick all the people that had anything to do with this out. The
Yeah.
end.